Imagine your parents selling their last plot of land, their only safety net, just to see you walk across that graduation stage. Now imagine one lecturer standing in your way, demanding you sleep with him to pass. Ada is trapped. Her closest friends have already given in for easy grades, and now they laugh at her for staying holy. She has just 48 hours to decide: betray her faith and her body to save her family's sacrifice, or say no, and risk disappearing like the girls who refused before her. The afternoon sun poured its heat over the University of Lagos campus like hot palm oil on a frying pan, baking the cracked pavement under Ada's worn sandals. Okada motorcycles zipped past, their horns blaring, poo, poo, weaving between yellow Danfo buses that coughed black exhaust. Conductors hung from the bus doors, shouting over the din, "Yaba straight! Ashadi! Enter with your change!" Students jostled along the paths, some laughing over shared bags of puff-puff, others haggling with a book vendor under a faded umbrella. Near the Faculty of Education gate, a suya seller fanned glowing coals, the sharp tang of his pepper mix cutting through the humid air. Ada, 21 and in her final year of education studies, clutched her books tightly, her steps quick but deliberate. She wasn't one for the campus spotlight. Quiet and studious, she was known for two things: her sharp mind and her unshakable faith. As a member of the Chapel of Light Fellowship, she sang in the choir, her voice lifting during Sunday worship. Her dog-eared Bible, tucked in her bag, was her anchor. But today, that anchor felt like it was slipping. She had just left her philosophy of education lecture, a class that should have been one of her strongest. Instead, it filled her with dread. The lecturer, Mr. Okoye, was notorious. Whispers followed him like shadows, stories of students who failed for no reason unless they cooperated. Cooperation didn't mean extra assignments. It meant private visits to his house. Ada had heard the rumors since her second year, but she'd hoped they were exaggerated. Now, in her final year with graduation so close, the whispers felt too real. As she passed a group of girls near the faculty gate, she caught a snippet of their hushed talk. "You know Mr. Okoye. Nobody says no to him and graduates in peace." Their eyes darted nervously, and Ada quickened her pace, her stomach twisting. Her closest friends, Chisholm and Ngozi, had once been her refuge. In their first year, the three were inseparable, praying together before exams, fasting during campus revivals, and giggling over late-night Bible study sessions in their hostel. Chisholm, with her quick wit, would mimic the preacher's voice, sending them into fits of laughter. Ngozi, always the planner, would map out their study schedules, ensuring they balanced faith and grades. They called themselves the Holy Sisters, vowing to stay pure in a university where shortcuts tempted many. But last semester, something shifted. Chisholm started missing fellowship, claiming she was busy. Then she returned from a group discussion with another lecturer, sporting a new phone and a B+ in a course she'd been failing. When Ada asked how, Chisholm smirked, "Babe, nah connection matter. You 2-day stress." Ngozi wasn't far behind. She swapped her modest skirts for tighter ones, her laughter louder, her excuses for skipping choir flimsier. Yet, in public, both still played the part, quoting scriptures, clapping during worship like nothing had changed. Ada felt the sting of their betrayal every time they brushed off her concerns. She remembered a night in their second year when they'd stayed up praying for a friend who'd failed a course. Chisholm had held her hand, saying, "God will fight for us if we stand firm." Now, that memory felt like a lie. One hot afternoon, as Ada left the lecture hall, one of Mr. Okoye's assistants, a lanky boy with a bored expression, stopped her. "Miss Ada, the lecturer says he wants to see you in his office." "Now." Her throat tightened. "Now." "Yes." He said, "It's urgent." The Faculty of Education building loomed ahead, its concrete walls stained from years of rain. Climbing the stairs to the second floor, Ada felt the noise of the campus fade. The corridor echoed with student chatter, some debating assignments, others joking, but to her, it was all a distant hum. Her heart pounded as she knocked on Mr. Okoye's door. "Come in," his deep voice called. The office smelled of strong cologne and dusty books. Mr. Okoye sat behind a wide desk, his gold wristwatch glinting under the sluggish ceiling fan. His shirt strained against his stout frame, and his smile was too wide, too practiced. "Ada," he said, leaning back. Sit. She perched on the chair's edge, her bag clutched like a shield. A verse from Psalm 23 flickered in her mind. Even though I walk through the valley, but fear drowned it out. You're a bright girl, he began, flipping through papers without looking at them. But bright girls don't always pass my course. She frowned slightly. I'm trying my best, sir, she said. He chuckled, the sound low and unsettling. Trying is good, but trying alone doesn't pass my course. You know how it works here. His eyes locked on hers, unblinking. Come to my house this weekend. We'll discuss how you can pass. Ada's breath caught. Her mind raced to her parents, who'd sold half their farmland to pay her fees. An extra year would break them. Sir, she said, her voice trembling but firm, I've studied hard. I want to pass the right way. Right way. His smile vanished, replaced by a cold stare. Ada, don't be foolish. One failure now means another year. More fees, more stress. Think of your family. Think of your future. He leaned forward, his voice dropping. I'm giving you a chance. Saturday, 7 p.m. at my house. Don't disappoint me. She stood, her legs shaky. I need to pray about this, sir. He laughed, sharp and mocking. Pray all you want. God will not be the one to sign your certificate. Outside, the sun's glare felt harsher, the campus noise louder. Ada's mind spun. Failure wasn't just a grade, it was shame, debt, her parents' disappointment. She found Chisholm and Gozi under their usual mango tree, sipping Fanta and laughing over something on Gozi's phone. You look like you saw a ghost, Chisholm said, smirking. Ada hesitated, then blurted, Mr. Okoye called me to his office. He said I have to come to his house to pass. Gozi snorted. Welcome to Unilag, babe. That's how it works. I can't do that, Ada said, her voice low but steady. Chisholm rolled her eyes. Ada, don't be naive. You want to graduate or not? Me and Gozi handled our own lecturers, and see us now, living fine. You'll repeat a year for nothing. Ada's chest tightened. She remembered their late-night prayers, how they'd promised to stand together. You've changed, she said quietly, walking away as their laughter followed her. That evening, Ada stopped by the faculty library to return a book. Her mind was a storm, Mr. Okoye's threat, her friend's betrayal, the weight of her parents' sacrifices. She whispered a prayer as she walked the aisles. God, show me the way. A verse from James 1 verse 12 came to her. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, and she clung to it, though doubt gnawed at her. Near the reading area, two girls sat by a window, their voices low but clear. Ada didn't mean to eavesdrop, but a name caught her ear. Remember Blessing? That girl from guidance and counseling 3 years ago? One asked. Yeah, the other replied. Quiet girl, always carrying her Bible. She said no to Mr. Okoye. The first girl gasped. And then, next semester, she was gone. Just disappeared. Some say she went back to her village after failing. Others say her family couldn't take the shame. That man is dangerous. Ada's breath stopped. Her fingers tightened around her bag, the library's dim light suddenly oppressive. Blessing, a girl like her, who'd stood her ground. And now, gone. Mr. Okoye wasn't just a bully. He was a predator who'd ruined lives before. And Ada was next in his sights. The morning after her library discovery, Ada woke to the rhythmic thwack of a neighbor pounding yam in the hostel courtyard. The smell of akara frying in hot oil wafted through her window, but her appetite was gone. Her phone buzzed with a WhatsApp message from Chisholm. Ada, hope you've wised up. Extra year no be joko. Talk to Okoye. Ada tossed the phone onto her thin mattress, her heart sinking. At noon, she dragged herself to the campus cafeteria, its air thick with the clatter of plates and the hum of conversations. Chisholm and Gozi sat in their usual corner, laughing over steaming plates of indomie topped with fried eggs, cold Fanta bottles sweating beside them. Ada approached, her steps heavy. Babe, you look like you're carrying Nigeria's problems, Gozi teased, popping a piece of egg into her mouth. Ada sat, forcing a smile. It's Mr. Okoye. He's serious about what he said. Chisholm leaned forward, her eyes glinting. And you're still playing Sister Holy? Ada, this is Nigeria. You think I got my B+ last semester by reading alone? My uncle would have dragged me back to the village if I failed. Ngozi nodded, her new gold earrings catching the light. My family's owing debt. I can't afford to repeat. We did what we had to do. You want to graduate or not? Their words stung because they echoed Ada's fears. Her parents had sold their last plot of land for her fees. An extra year would ruin them. I can't do that, she said, her voice low but firm. It's not right. Chisholm snorted. Right. Tell that to your parents when you're still here next year. A few students at the next table glanced over, and Ada's cheeks burned. As she left the cafeteria, she spotted Tolu, a classmate who'd struggled in Mr. Okoye's course last semester. Now, Tolu strutted past with a new leather bag slung over her shoulder, laughing with friends about her recent A grade. Ada's stomach twisted with a pang of envy. That night, Ada knelt beside her bed, her Bible open to Daniel 3, the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who faced the furnace for their faith. She whispered, Lord, you delivered them. Please, show me you're here. But the room felt empty, her words bouncing off the cracked walls. Doubt crept in like a thief. What if God didn't answer? What if standing firm cost her everything? Tears stung her eyes as she closed her Bible, the silence louder than the music thumping from the next block. The next day, she saw Chisholm and Ngozi outside the lecture hall, taking selfies with new braids and bright lipstick. They were planning a weekend at Tarkwa Bay, their laughter carefree. Since we passed, life is sweet, Ngozi said loudly, her eyes flicking toward Ada. The jealousy burned hotter. Their futures seemed secure, while Ada's hung by a thread. On Saturday, Ada boarded a kiki from Yaba to CMS, heading to Balagan Market to buy Gary and groundnut. The market was a living beast, narrow paths choked with people, the air thick with the sense of smoked fish, ripe tomatoes, and sizzling plantain. Traders' voices overlapped in a relentless chorus. Fine okra, madam, come by. Pepper, fresh pepper, red like fire. See correct yam, cheap for you. Ada navigated the crowd, dodging a wheelbarrow piled with rice sacks. At a small stall, she stopped to buy Gary from an old woman whose eyes crinkled with a knowing warmth. As Ada handed over her money, her hands trembled, and she fumbled the coins, her distress plain. The woman paused, studying her. My daughter, she said, her voice low but firm, a small lie today can destroy tomorrow. The wind will blow, but if your root is deep, you will stand. Ada's breath caught. The woman smiled, tying the Gary bag. I see that heavy look in your eyes. Hold fast to what is true. She turned to another customer, leaving Ada clutching the bag, her heart pounding. The words felt like a message from God himself, yet doubt lingered. Back at the hostel, Ada cooked yam and stew, but each bite tasted like ash. The market woman's words echoed, battling the image of Tolu's new bag and Chisholm's carefree laughter. She thought of Blessing, the girl who'd said no to Mr. Okoye and vanished. Would that be her fate? Lying awake, she heard music and chatter from a nearby party. Chisholm and Ngozi were probably there, dancing without a care. Ada's chest ached with a mix of anger and longing. Why does doing the right thing feel like losing? Monday afternoon found Ada in the campus library, researching for her philosophy of education assignment. Her lecturer had recommended Women in Education, Stories of Strength, and she'd felt drawn to it, hoping its tales of resilience might guide her. She found the book on a dusty shelf, its cover worn but sturdy. As she opened it, a small notebook slipped out and hit the floor. Curious, Ada picked it up. The first page, dated June 14, 2009, was written in neat, slanted handwriting. My name is Bizi Adeyemi. If you found this, you might be facing what I did. In my final year, a lecturer told me my degree depended on visiting his house. Everyone said to give in, but I refused. I prayed. I studied. I fought. Ada's pulse quickened as she turned the page. It was hard. I cried, doubted, feared I'd fail. But God made a way. I graduated with honors, my dignity intact. If you're reading this, you're not alone. You can win this fight. Trust God and stand firm. Ada closed the notebook, her hands trembling. The library's quiet hum faded as hope flickered in her chest, fragile but real. Beezy had faced the same darkness and emerged victorious. Maybe Ada could too. The morning sun filtered through the hostel's louvered windows, casting striped shadows on Ada's floor. She sat on her bed, clutching her Bible, her mind replaying Beezy's words, "You can win this fight." A verse from Joshua 1 verse 9, shared during last Sunday's Chapel of Light Fellowship, echoed in her heart, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God will be with you." She whispered it like a prayer, steeling herself for what she was about to do. At noon, she walked into the campus cafeteria, the air thick with the aroma of jollof rice and the clatter of cutlery. Chisholm and Gozy lounged in their usual corner, sipping Mirinda and picking at plates of fried plantain and stew. Their laughter faltered as Ada approached, her face set with a quiet determination. "I'm going to see Mr. Okoye," she said, her voice steady. Chisholm's spoon froze mid-air. Gozy's eyes widened, then flickered with something, relief, perhaps, or guilt, before settling into a sly smile. "Ehen, Sister Ada finally gets it," Gozy said, but her voice wavered. Chisholm leaned forward, her smirk hesitant. "So, you're tired of playing holy? Good. Just be smart. Wear something nice." Ada nodded, her expression unreadable. "I just want to graduate." Inside, her pulse raced, not with shame, but with the thrill of a secret plan taking shape. She sat briefly, letting them believe she'd joined their path. Back in her room, Ada prepared like a warrior gearing for battle. Her small desk held her Bible, its pages worn from years of study, and her Infinix phone, which she'd used to record lecture notes since second year. That habit, born of necessity, was now her weapon. She opened the voice recorder app. The red light blinked. "Test, 1, 2, she whispered, then played it back. The sound was clear, sharp enough to capture every word Mr. Okoye might say. If he incriminated himself, she'd have proof, not just for her grade, but to protect others. She slipped the phone into her bag side pocket, ensuring the mic faced outward. The Bible went in next, its weight a reminder of her anchor. Kneeling by her bed, she prayed, "Lord, give me boldness like Daniel in the lion's den. Let my words strike true, and keep me safe." The prayer steadied her, though her hands trembled as she zipped the bag. As dusk settled, Lagos transformed into a restless, glittering maze. Ada hailed a Kiki near the campus gate, the driver's Fuji music crackling from a small speaker. "Ojulegba, then Suralere," she told him. The Kiki jolted forward, weaving through Danfo buses honking impatiently. The city pulsed with life. At Ojulegba roundabout, hawkers darted between cars, offering gala sausage rolls, pure water sachets, and roasted plantain. Traffic lights cast red and green glows on tired faces, while the humid air carried the scent of fried puff-puff from a roadside stall. Ada gripped her bag, her thoughts swirling. Beezy's diary had given her hope, but Blessing's disappearance haunted her. What if I fail? She wondered, then pushed the thought away, whispering Joshua 1 verse 9 under her breath. The Keek's rattle seemed to echo her racing heart. The Kiki turned onto a quieter road in Suralere, where streetlights flickered or stood dark. Potholes forced the driver to slow. Ada's phone buzzed with a message from Chisholm. "Relax, don't act too holy. Just do and graduate." She ignored it, her fingers brushing the Bible in her bag. The Kiki stopped outside a tall iron gate, its paint chipped and peeling. Ada paid, stepped out, and watched the taillights vanish. The gate creaked as she pushed through, her sandals crunching on the gravel walkway to Mr. Okoye's bungalow. A single porch light cast a dim glow over cracked steps and a faded door. The muffled sound of a TV news broadcast leaked from inside. Her palms were sweaty, her breath shallow. She adjusted her bag, feeling the Bible's weight and the phone's silent recording light. "God, be my shield." She raised her fist and knocked, the sound sharp in the stillness. Footsteps approached, slow and deliberate. The door swung open. Mr. Okoye stood there, in a loose t-shirt and shorts, his gold wristwatch glinting. His lips curled into a smug smirk. "Well, well," he said, his voice dripping with triumph. "So even you have fallen." Ada's gaze held steady, though her pulse roared in her ears. Inside her bag, the recorder's red light blinked, capturing every word. "Come in," he said, stepping aside. Ada entered, her sandals clicking on the tiled floor. The living room smelled of fried plantain and strong cologne, the air heavy with Lagos's humid night. A single table lamp cast a dim glow over worn leather couches, while a TV blared a Nollywood drama, its volume low but grating. A faded calendar on the wall, featuring a smiling pastor, seemed out of place. "Sit," he ordered, pointing to a couch. Ada perched on its edge, her bag on her shoulder, fingers brushing the Bible inside. Mr. Okoye leaned back in an armchair. "So, the holy Ada finally sees sense," he said, his smirk sharp. "You think you're different, eh? All those girls, crying, praying, end up here eventually." His laugh was cold. Ada took a deep breath, her pulse steadying. "Sir, I didn't come for what you think." His eyes narrowed. "What game are you playing?" She unzipped her bag and drew out her Bible, its worn cover catching the lamplight. "I came to tell you that what you're doing is sin. It destroys lives, yours included. But God offers grace, if you choose it." Mr. Okoye's face darkened. "You dare preach to me? I can fail you with one mark. Your parents will cry, your future will end." His voice rose. Ada opened her Bible to Romans 12 verse 21. Her voice was calm but firm. "Sir, you wield fear, but God's truth is stronger. Repent now, and His mercy is yours. Keep going, and everything hidden will come to light." Mr. Okoye stood, towering over her. "You think you're smart? Others have tried this nonsense and regretted it." Ada didn't flinch. "I know about blessing," she said softly. "The girl who said no and disappeared. How many others, sir? How long will you carry this guilt?" His jaw tightened, and for a moment, he looked away. Ada felt the Spirit urging her on. "God sees everything. You can't run from Him forever." Mr. Okoye's eyes flashed with anger, but Ada reached into her bag and pressed play on her phone. His voice echoed through the room. "If you don't come to my house before the exam, you will fail." She stopped the recording. The silence was suffocating. "I could take this to the dean, the press, even the police," she said, her voice steady. "But I don't want to destroy you, sir. I want you to change. Repent, make this right, and I won't use this." Mr. Okoye stared at the phone, his chest heaving. His bravado crumbled, replaced by a raw, haunted look. "You don't know what you're doing," he whispered. "I'm giving you a chance," Ada said, sliding her Bible across the table. "God's mercy is bigger than your mistakes, but you have to choose it." He sank into the armchair, his hands trembling. "I've done this for years," he muttered. "It started as a game, power. Then it was all I knew. I'm trapped." His voice broke, and he covered his face, shoulders shaking. Ada's heart softened, though her resolve held. "You're not trapped anymore," she said gently. "God can make you new." "Pray with me," Ada said, kneeling on the worn carpet. Mr. Okoye hesitated, then joined her, his movements heavy with shame. Her voice was steady. "Lord Jesus, we come before you. Mr. Okoye has sinned, hurt others, but you died for him. Forgive him, wash him clean, and give him a new heart. Help him walk in your truth. God." "I'm sorry," he whispered, voice cracking. "I've destroyed so much. Please save me." They rose, and Mr. Okoye wiped his face, a flicker of peace replacing his torment. Days later, the campus buzzed with whispers. Mr. Okoye had marched into the dean's office, confessed his actions, and resigned his administrative roles. He personally ensured Ada's exam was graded fairly, securing her an A based on her work. He began meeting other lecturers, warning them, "This stops now." Some scoffed, others shifted uncomfortably, but the message spread. At the hostel, Ada overheard Chisholm and Ngozi, their voices subdued. "He confessed because of her," Ngozi said, guilt lacing her words. Chisholm nodded, her eyes downcast. "Maybe we were wrong to push her." Ada forgave them silently, her heart lightened by their change. Months later, Ada stood outside the Chapel of Light, her graduation gown fluttering in the harmattan breeze. The chapel's stained glass windows glowed with morning light, and the choir's rendition of "Amazing Grace" drifted through the open doors. Families laughed, snapping photos, while vendors sold meat pies and zobo to the crowd. Ada clutched her certificate, her eyes tracing the sky. She thought of Blessing, whose fate remained a shadow, and Beezy, whose diary had lit her path. "Thank you, Lord," she whispered. "You fought my battle. You redeemed what was broken." Chisholm and Ngozi approached, their faces hesitant but warm. "Ada, we're sorry," Ngozi said softly. Ada smiled, embracing them. "God's grace is for us all." She stepped down the chapel stairs, her heart full, the weight of her journey lifting with each stride. Did this story move or entertain you? Then show some love, like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the Story Cave. More stories like this are waiting for you.